concentration for 48 minutes. It's actually one of the things we've been good at. You have to be able to play well when the game's not going well for your team or for you. And, you know, that's one of the things we've been good at. I mean, if you look at the number of times this year that we've been down, you know, at 15, 16, 17, sometime in the third and come back, whether we won or not, we've been resilient that way, and we weren't tonight. You know, we came out in the third quarter, and they went 12-2, and I believe in the first 7 possessions, we gave up 3 backdoor layups, which the way we play, you should never, like ever, the whole year give up a backdoor layup. And we gave up 3, and we fouled on 2 of them, which, you know, were big fouls. So, again, we don't have a lot of room for error, and that entails a couple of things. You know, we're going to need our better guys, and it's not fair, really, but they're going to have to play really well every night for us to win. But we all have to do the team things, which we stopped doing. First half, listen, you got to give it to those guys. We played great in the first half to have it at that score. Without Brandon and Melo being able to play much, those guys did a great job. But we flipped the script there when we started the third, and we became just opposite of what we had done in the first half.
Coach, Melo and Brandon picked up their 4th pretty early in that third quarter. Can you just talk about how that impacted the game as well?
Yeah, but we had the wrong. You're right, but we had the wrong attitude, though. You know, like, again, smart and hard's what wins in the NBA. You know, playing well, possession after possession, not making mistakes. Okay, and again, we came right out, and then I thought when it got to 12, which we've been good at, we just got all haphazard offensively, just quick shots, threes, and, you know, we can't play that way. You know, ball's got to get to the second side. We got to hit the paint. Those are our better possessions, and we have to be able to stay with that, whether we're up or down.
You mentioned some of the, I guess, guys who were here have to kind of pick up a little bit of slack with Terry gone. I'm guessing Miles is one of those guys. Just what are you seeing from him, and how much?
Well, shit, Miles is like 20.6 a night. He's super consistent. He plays every night. He plays huge minutes. He guards primary scorers. I mean, I'm not sure we can expect him to do a lot more than he's doing. I think really what we need from him is what he's been doing. There's not many guys that could be doing what he's doing right now as an all-around game. Plus, he plays every possession. His energy level and just natural competitive spirit is through the roof. I mean, I don't think you can take, you know, like, you have to be realistic too. I mean, we need those guys, those 4 guys are gonna have to play pretty well every night. And then we have other guys who are capable of having, you know, enough so that we can win. But we have to play, you know, smart and well with the right intensity and the right concentration.
Coach, this was the first night of the back-to-back. You play the Utah Jazz tomorrow. What are you looking for, or what do you want to maybe fix going into the game tomorrow?
Well, I just think our mindset, you know, like, you know, one other game this year that I talked to them during the game about body language, you know, which in the NBA season, to be honest with you, even when you have really good teams, that's a pretty, I wouldn't say normal, but it's a discussion that's had even with veteran teams at time, right? You play 82 games, it's hard for 82 games, right? And tonight was one of the first times in the third quarter, like, we didn't want to, you know, it was the ref's fault, it was my teammates' fault, and we haven't been like that at all, nor can we afford to. So, you know, what we have to do, we've had good spirit all year, good togetherness, good resiliency. That's who this team has been, and we need to get that. That's where it'll start. You got to have the right attitude, because we're not going to win any games when we're not near our best. Okay, so whether that's fair or not doesn't matter. That's where we're at. Okay, and we've proven. Listen, we've beaten a lot of good teams. You know, and I've also, that's not what the NBA, somebody asked me today, well, how can you win at Minnesota and lose at Detroit? That question, you don't know anything about the NBA. That's the whole challenge of the NBA, is can you win someplace Monday, Wednesday? There's no bad teams. This isn't, you know, at Duke Wednesday and then some team you're paying $150,000 to beat by 30 Friday. It doesn't work that way. No, I'm just saying that's the reality of the NBA. For our team, we're going to have to be able to play really well any night to win any game. And yeah, we'll be good enough to beat any team if we play well. But we've got to have the right attitude, the right intensity, the right concentration. That's where it always starts.